Hi, this is Lisa Schiro. I am a mental health expert as well as a breakthrough coach. So glad you're joining me. Have you ever felt like, oh no, not the holidays are coming up? My family drives me crazy. How am I going to get through this? I'm here to just give you some simple pointers to help you so that you don't feel overtaken by your emotions, saying yes when you want to say no, or feeling really kind of taken advantage of by family members, or just having that really bad feeling of, I can't believe I decided to be here for the holidays. I would be so much happier if I were just home by myself or with my own family. So if you are one of those people, and there's so many of you out there, if you are one of those people, I am here to tell you there's some simple things that you can do straight away to calm your nerves about the holidays coming up. So this video is being posted on the 1st of November, so we are about to cruise into the season of the holidays. And it's not always Hallmark, right? We don't always have the Hallmark holidays. It's always my intent to provide short, rich, content-filled information as briefly as possible so it's easy to process and you can remember it. I'm a big fan of keep it simple. So I'm going to give you a couple of techniques you can think about as you move into the holidays this year. So number one, boundaries should also be with family of origin, right? That's a fancy phrase for the family you were born into. I mean, you may not get along with your sister or your brother or your mom or your dad or your aunt. This is your family of origin. Just because they're blood relatives doesn't mean that they get to abuse you, put you down, take advantage of you just because you're a blood relative. You don't owe them something. You certainly don't owe them your dignity. And you can exact a boundary. No, you can't control what they say, do, think, feel, express, right? But you can totally control how you respond to it. And since we teach people how to treat us, if they are condescending to you or emotionally abusive or shutting you out, if you do nothing, that's the same as giving them permission to continue. Stand up for yourself. Put a boundary down. You wouldn't let other people treat you that way. You certainly don't have to let family treat you that way just because they're card-carrying members of a same last name as of yours. You know what I mean? Just because they brought you into the world doesn't mean they have the right to hurt you, destroy your character, assassinate your character, abuse you emotionally or in any other way. So it's not okay. And when you start feeling something like, I just don't want to be here, the family's all fighting again, you can get up and walk away. Yeah, it'll feel a little awkward, but you don't have to take part in that. And if the fighting is gotten so out of hand with, say, all the family coming into one home for several days and you're all there together, sometimes there's likely to be some kind of something. So again, put your boundaries down. If you need to get away from the situation and get a hotel, that's okay too. You're sending a very clear message to your family that, look, I came here because I love you all and I want to share this holiday with you, but I'm not going to take part in this abusive language or this highly dysfunctional behavior. So as soon as this happens again, if it does, I'm going to go away and I'm going to remove my family with me. I'm going to take my children and my wife or my children and my husband and we're going to leave. And you probably won't like it very much, but that's not my issue because I'm not going to subject my children to be around this. So those are extreme situations, right? And then there's the non-extreme situations where it just feels awkward. Look, one of the best things you can do when you are in those situations is to bring some light and levity to it. So for example, here you go. Let's say you're sitting at the Thanksgiving dinner with your mom and your dad and you're kind of used to your own lifestyle and what you're doing, but now you're back in their home under their roof and it's feeling kind of weird. You're feeling like a little kid again. Have some fun with it. say what's on your mind. Say if you feel awkward. It's okay. It does break the ice. It's totally okay. It makes you real, makes you approachable. It makes you vulnerable, but in a good way. It shows that you're not trying to be something you're not. You know, what if you're 40 years old and every time you're around your dad, you feel like a little boy or a little girl if you're a woman? I mean, sometimes this happens. Have some fun with it. They're just people too. I hope this is helpful to you. We're about to move into the holidays, guys, and it's going to be very interesting. I usually get very busy. I'm a therapist, and I usually get very busy around this time of the year. When you're feeling stress and you're activated, there are techniques that you can use, and I would encourage you to de-stress by knowing what grounding techniques you like. Look them up. There's so many grounding techniques. A couple that you can use right away are sour candy. Great grounding technique because it activates the salivation, which gets your digestive system back on track. Because the first system to shut down in your body when you're activated with stress and anxiety, your digestive system shuts down, cotton mouth gets going, butterflies in the stomach. So simple sour candy into your mouth works fantastic. So there is no one cure-all for everything, but that's just one thing. Another thing that you can do is simply 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am right here. I am right here. I am right here. I am right here. Super simple technique. You can do anywhere, anytime, Xanax free, alcohol free, right? I mean, you can just kind of ground yourself. And the whole point of this exercise is to get yourself in the moment, right? You're just getting in touch with your senses. It requires both sides of your brain to do this. I kind of messed up while I'm trying to talk and do it at the same time. It really does require a little bit of concentration, but it gets you in the moment. Remember, your brain likes to think. It likes to stay busy, and it's often in the what ifs in the future, or it's ruminating about the past, regret, shame, remorse. It very rarely is in the present. That's why this is so helpful. Hope you loved this video today. Thank you so much for spending some time. Please comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And I do respond to the comments. Also, be sure and subscribe. I'm always dropping down some tidbits of information on ways to reduce stress.